Hi, welcome to Elithowin's Corner. IC for D&D. So today we are making little logs. I will put these up for you to be able to see them a little closer. Just stick it on my little pin here so that I have a handle. As I said in episode 1, these pins are little jewelry making supplies from Joann Fabrics, and they are fairly cheap. So just took a small piece of the foam and made it into a log. You can use this to make a wood pile. You could use it to make a battering ram. So let's get started. So what I did at first was I had cut a small section of styrofoam. I was using this to make blocks, and it's about an inch wide and about an inch in length. Oh, I guess it's the same. So an inch by ½ inch foam. And the process that we used was I took about that much and just whacked a piece off. I use whacked a lot, huh? So I cut a piece, and I was watching my Proxon cutter is not here yet, so I have ordered one. The gentleman over at Black Magic Crafts is where I have received my information and my inspiration. I've been watching a lot of his videos. He did a video on cutting with a knife, which is a great video. I was getting not so great smooth cuts beforehand, and after watching that video, I seem to be getting much better cuts with just the knife. Once the Proxon cutter gets here, I will definitely have better cuts. So I just cut a section. Again, this is probably about 2 inches long, about 1.5 inches, 1.75 inches. And it doesn't have to be precise. You can cut it in half about exactly. You can go a little smaller to a little bigger at an angle. You can cut a small into a big, and just making a couple little passes with your knife, it will come across pretty easily. So this is what we started with, and you need to be really careful here with the shaping of your log because you are standing it up. I'm just using a sawing back and forth motion, and I'm not trying to take too much at once. And just knocking the edge, the corners off. Let's see if I can get the light. A little better here. So this was attached there. I'm just taking the corners off a little bit. I'm not real worried if it scores up or drags the foam with these pieces. However, this blade is starting to do that a good bit, so I can not use it for more precise cuts that I want to make. So once I have the general shape that I'm looking for, I'll try and get this light set. There we go. So once I get the general shape that I'm looking for, I took a nail file, and I would put a mask on if you were going to do this for a long, long time. But with the shortage of masks that we have right now because of this virus going on, it's a little difficult. I'm going to move try and prop that up a little bit better there. Okay. So I'm just taking the nail file and just back and forth a little bit, not pushing real hard, just trying to get those rough edges off. Just making it a little bit smoother. Just taking these square points, you can see this point there, and I'll sand it just a little bit there so you can see. So now there's that. Just smoothed it out. You can see there's the shiny that I haven't sanded yet. So just shaping the log a little bit. You could take smaller pieces, even still, and add some little twigs if you wanted. But this is a quick and easy way to just add a little bit of extra to your set. Like I said, you could make a battering ram out of this, or if you have built a cottage or a house, you could make a stack of hot glue them together and make a wood pile for the chimney because they would have burnt wood. Your characters may have used wood or coal. You could so just giving it some kind of a round shape, not making it perfectly round, because if you've ever been around a wood pile, you could roll it in your hands a little bit. That gives it a little bit of definition, but not a whole lot. So I have this little teeny tiny cheese grater here that I picked up at a thrift store. And I'm just going to slowly and real easily drag as I'm rotating. I'm going to drag this piece of foam down the length of my grater all the way around. And again, if you have breathing problems or anything like that, any air-related health problems, I would recommend using a mask if you have any, or a bandana or something, just to help protect you against inhaling all of this stuff. So I have a towel. This is one of those microfiber cloths, and as you can see, it has put, I'll turn this light up. It has put little nicks and lines and such into the outside that you could use to make it look like bark. So as you can see, I have a whole stack here to work on today. You could leave them long, or you could cut them in half once they are finished and use them as wood. You could split them in half and make the cut the same color as your end pieces, which is the color of the inside of the wood. Just go nuts with it. Have fun with it. That's what this is all about. Trying to make not only your tabletop gaming more realistic, but enjoying the craft of just crafting. And I'll shake this up. This is nutmeg brown. And just going to use just a small flat brush. I'm not even going to dump paint out. I'm just going to use what little bit of paint was on the lid, and just holding my end pieces. Just going to paint the outside so that my bark is, get a little bit of water there. I would rather thin my paint a little bit so that you can see the striations of the wood grain effect. You can always go back and put more paint on, but you can't take paint off per se. And you could do a wash. Black Magic Craft has a great black wash that you could use on this before you painted it brown if you wanted it a little bit darker. You can dry brush after you have the brown on to give it more of a wood look if you want mottled colors. Again, I've only been doing the styrofoam crafting for a very short time, and I'm still learning. This is by far not perfect in any way. So now all I have to do is, after this dries, I'll paint my ends with a peach color or a light tan. But there you have it, folks. Logs. And to get The little ones, all I did was cut the big one in half. So you could make tons and tons and tons of trees, battering rams. You could use this to make fence posts. Just very quick and easy, but very versatile process. So thank you for stopping by. Styrofoam in my hair. Thank you for stopping by today and sharing your time with us. If you like my video, please subscribe to my channel. And if you really want to see a master of the craft, like I said, I'm just beginning, but I get a lot of inspiration from the Tabletop Crafters Guild, Black Magic Crafts. There's a lot of great crafters and guys and gals out there that are way better than I am. But I hope you've enjoyed today. Happy crafting. IC for D&D. See you later. Bye.